Hello and welcome to another edition of the Red Phoenix Gaming Podcast for this October 27th, 2014. This will be podcast 005.
We've done five. This is five.
This is number 5, the big 5,
It's not that big, but it's kind of big.
the semi-big 5. I am your host, Derek, and with me as always is...
Michelle?
And we're going to talk to you about gaming news and stuff and things that happened over the past week while I was on vacation. I apologize. This may be a little rushed, and I may not know a whole lot of anything.
He doesn't know anything. Zero.
Michelle's going to take the lead on this one. Have at it, my dear.
Some of this is a little bit old because you've been gone, but Titanfall is adding a co-op horde mode.
What?
Yeah, it's called Frontier Defense.
About darn time.
Yeah, it's a four-player co-op, too.
4-player co-op. Okay,
It's kind of like a tower defense game from how I understand it.
I'm pretty excited for this. I thought that they should do some sort of a single player or like a co-op type thing beforehand, and I was kind of shocked that when they came out with the full game, there was no sort of thing. I know what they said there wouldn't be, but like I figured there'd still be some sort of AI, and now they're kind of doing it. So more power to them, and I think it's a good direction for them.
I know it's good for them. Like player versus player was fun, but it's nice that they're kind of branching out and doing something a little bit different. So they'll only benefit from it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't really like these kind of horde mode things, but whatever.
Yeah, hopefully we see the AI be just a little bit better than running in a straight line through the middle of the field. I don't expect them to continue with that sort of ideal. Like, it's not going to be mindless drones, I'm sure, but like the AI you play against in your PvP is not even close to good AI. So hopefully they upgrade it just a little bit.
Excellent. What's next on the list? Before you left, did you hear anything about this code variance stuff?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Mark Malbach is one of the people that ran Code Variants, and they created this game. And basically what happened was it was put out on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the first thing that happened was they were asked to push it out a little bit farther.
Because, this is the game that was like delayed or something,
yeah,
right?
They didn't want it released on a weekend.
Right.
On Steam, so they were like, all right, you got to hold off. And then when they did release it, they called it an early access game. And Mark Malbach lost his mind. And he said all of these things and like acted like a pissed off teenager. But one of the things he did was say he was going to kill Gabe Newell.
Oh, wow.
Which is not a cool thing to say. I'm sure he didn't mean it, but be grown up. Be a grown up.
Yeah, it's not very smart. Although Gabe doesn't know how to count to 3, we can't really say we're going to kill him because of it. That'd be awful.
Right. So basically, he stepped down. Valve actually pulled their game from Steam, and they have severed their ties with that company. And everybody's apologized. Like, the company apologized. He stepped down, and he had a bit of an apology that said that he gets upset and throws tantrums on Twitter. And then he said a few, still sorry, not sorry things in his apology.
Like I'm sorry for being a pissed off teenager. It won't happen again until next week.
Right. So
it's all right. That's the rest of us.
Yeah. So there's that. Last week.
I didn't hear about any of this, but it's kind of funny to see, like, gaming nowadays is just becoming just a whole bunch of talk and like a whole bunch of like.
Everybody's angry. Everybody's fighting. Everything's a friggin' hashtag.
Why can't we all just get along?
Go play video games. Go let Lizard Squad
take down your servers.
Yeah, take your servers down. Stop being babies. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Every
I
e-
don't even know. I can't even,
e-
as all the
right,
high school teenage girls say.
every time you go through any website, any Twitter, anything that you're reading, they're talking about just somebody being pissed off about something. Some developer or some company or some writer or some player is pissed off at somebody and it becomes this huge big thing.
Yeah, and I just don't understand why, like, gaming is a form of entertainment, and I'm not trying to turn this into like a preach cast here, but like, play your game. Like, it's literally there to just be fun. And if you can't have fun with it, and you have to create some sort of a battle with every time you get on some sort of social media, or even in like your live, whether it's Xbox Live or PlayStation Live or whatever, like, just chill out, have a good time. Don't call someone names just because they don't know what they're doing. Like, it happens, bro. Chill out. On a
So,
different note, one of my favorite things, I think we've talked about this before, is when they do like adaptations of games and make them into like live action, as long as
yes,
they do it right.
as long as it's done properly.
Have you seen the Warner Brothers adaptation that's going on?
I don't know. Is it the Mortal Kombat? I
Yes,
s-
absolutely.
I heard little rumblings.
Rumblings. What did you
Rumblings.
hear?
I heard that they want to make a live action thingy. I don't know.
Nice little live action mini series.
Yeah,
How excited are you for it?
not so much.
Just because it's
I'm neutral.
Warner Bros. Or because it's Mortal Kombat or what?
I'm not really a big Mortal Kombat fan.
Oh, come on.
I know I suck. I'm sorry.
I don't know how they're gonna really do a live adaptation unless they do it with like super
CGI.
graphics and like I don't even know. Like the amount of blood and gore and that would have to be in that movie would or show or whatever would be bananas.
I just had an aha moment.
Aha!
We need to write a Broadway script for Mortal Kombat and make it a musical.
Right.
All of the money.
Mm,
That would win
are you
everything.
sure though?
Positive.
What would you do? Have Raiden come out singing "It's Raining Men" or something? Like, how would you make this a Broadway
I don't know.
musical?
I have to brainstorm a little bit.
All right, so while we're brainstorming for that, I guess we'll just have to watch this live action trailer or live action adaptation, I guess,
Yeah.
of MK
Until we get it together.
until we get it together.
Then we
And just remember, every time you spell anything with a C, it's got to be a K. So
True.
the the Broadway cast would be KAST.
Right.
I'm just
Musical will have a
That's
K.
right.
Yeah.
Perfect. What
Um,
else we got on the list here?
Telltale Games, Walking Dead. You didn't play that, right?
No, no. In fact, I was really amped up for Borderlands Telltale games, and I haven't even followed it ever since. Like after they announced that, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" And then it fell off the radar.
I loved Telltale Games, Walking Dead. I enjoyed it. I played the first season, and I haven't gotten any of the second season yet. I really do need to do that. But season one has come out for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So if somebody hasn't played that, you definitely should because it was super duper fun.
Once I get through all of my other games, I'll absolutely pick that up. But I have about four other games to still play through,
Oh, and don't forget Call of Duty next week.
and Call of Duty, and two Assassin's games 2 weeks week after that.
Jeez, we're gonna be poor and busy.
Very busy, very very busy.
Speaking of COD, Ghost and Blops 2 from 10 a.m. today to 10 a.m. Friday is double XP. How pumped are you?
I am so totally not gonna play any of those.
You suck.
I can't even I can't even sit down and play them anymore. I'm I'm so ready for the next Call of Duty. I'm so done with the old Call of Duties that have already come out. Like they Black Ops 2, all right, I can put it in. I can play. I can have a good time because I'm still decent at Black Ops 2, but if I put in Ghost and maybe I'm not the only one, I think it's terrible. Like
Terrible, Loretta. I'm sorry
yeah,
about that.
Like I thought that they did a poor job on Ghost, and the story I really didn't think was all that great, which I know who plays COD for the story, but I did. Um, and I just thought that the multi was just kind of mediocre at best. I know a lot of people really enjoyed it and they busted through like every prestige in like a week. But that wasn't me.
No.
Are you gonna pop in an
I would
old
like
Call
to.
of Duty
I
game?
love Black Ops 2. I loved it.
With your
Especially
face.
the zombies. That's like my favorite thing.
Well, yeah, zombies are great, but it's not double
I
XP.
know, I'm just saying. I just have fond memories of Black Ops 2 playing zombies because it was
Zombies might be in the next one. Do you hear that?
that would make my life because Black Ops 1 I only played a little bit of zombies and then Black Ops 2 I was like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever."
So you didn't even get to play World at War, which
No.
was the creator of Zoms.
Yeah, I did not.
It's
I
it
didn't I didn't really get into multiplayer, remember, until Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. Well, you didn't really miss anything too much with World at War. I mean, the zombie packs were okay. And I mean, I think you ended up getting them. You ended up getting them in the other game.
Yeah.
Like they gave you the map packs in Black Ops 1 or 2, I don't remember. But they World at War was a great idea and it definitely got the ball rolling, but it was
Herp
a lot
derp.
better later. Yeah, it was a lot better later.
Awesome. What else? Gears of War.
You, Gears of War, you're a fan of that.
It's my fave. They don't really have any new news. They're talking
Oh.
about returning to the series Dark Roots, but that's all they're really giving. I feel like this is going to be one of those things that there's going to be like chatter about.
Is it going to be another like pre-sequel where they're going to do like returning to the roots of Marcus and Dom,
I
or do you
don't
think
think
it's going to be
so.
like
Rod
you,
Ferguson made a statement about something along the lines of the best way to get popularity is to betray. He had a quote, something like that. I don't think we'll ever see Marcus Phoenix or them again. I don't think so. They want to go back to the camaraderie that they had before, but I don't think it's going to necessarily be with those players.
I would be interested to see if they're going to go back to their darker roots. I would be interested to see Dom almost as a fourth player and see his brother because you read a lot of the like graphic novels or a lot of the literature, right?
Yeah, the novels.
And like Marcus and Dom's brother, correct me if I'm wrong, are actually closer in the novels than Marcus
Yeah,
and Dom are.
right,
Like Dom was just like it was like the kid brother that Marcus looked after the his older brother died,
right.
right? I mean, not that simplified, but more or
That's the
less.
gist of it, correct.
So I would be interested to see if they actually went like before whatever it was
That'd be
day.
good. I would do that. Definitely do that. What else did you miss? Xbox update for November.
Ooh, coming up here.
Custom backgrounds,
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
colors, and achievement art.
So have they put in an update to make Xbox work yet? Or is that still in the
So stupid.
process?
What are you talking about? No.
All I'm saying is that there are other things that they should be working on other than just make giving me a background because frankly, I don't give a damn.
I know. I on my 360, I've had the same Assassin's Creed 2 background since Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, I changed it once. It was Mass Effect, and then now it's Connor in the background from Assassin's 3.
Yeah, that really doesn't matter to me.
It's just a picture. I really don't pay it any mind.
Nah. What else? What else we got? What else did you miss while you were in Jamaica? Jamaica.
I don't know.
I got one more in my notes here. 'Cause I take notes. Let's talk about a TV show that we've both watched, Breaking Bad. You watched Breaking Bad,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So Toys R Us,
Yes, I do want.
Toys R Us put out a toy from Breaking Bad on its shelves,
Hmm.
and it was Walter White. Um, and they took it off the shelf, and everybody's upset about it.
Why?
My,
What's that?
well, because they didn't think that it should have been pulled from the shelves. I
Okay.
I want to say he's got a little baggie of blue meth.
All right.
In my opinion, as a parent, I don't think that some merchandise like that should be mixed in with like the wrestlers, because I don't think any children who would be buying toys at Toys R Us or looking for toys at Toys R Us would know what he is, and I don't really think it's appropriate.
I understand your concern, and we can debate about this because I feel the opposite. And here's why.
Okay, let's go. 'Cause you're gonna
Uh,
upset me. Go ahead.
I have two little chitlins, as we said before,
Mm-hmm.
and I know exactly in Toys R Us where those toys are. It's with the other video game paraphernalia, the Halo stuff, the Mario stuff, and it's all together. They do video games and TV shows and movies and all that fun stuff, all those quote unquote action figures or dolls or whatever you want to call them, all in a nice little section, not mixed in with any sort of Ninja
Wrestlers.
Turtles or Wrestlers or Nerf guns or anything like that. So, on top of them all being in mixed in with a bunch of other characters like Triangle Head from yeah,
Morgan
like
drew a picture of that inadvertently for Halloween.
your daughter's picture,
Yeah. I
or
should post a
Pyramid
picture
Head.
of that up on here. I might do
Yeah,
that.
absolutely should. Um, but other than like, unless you're specifically looking for that type of thing, you're not gonna see it. None of the kids even care about Mario or Pac-Man or anything like that going down those aisles unless they know what it is. So I think that the target audience they're looking for are the 14, 15, 16-year-old kids who are into video games and have probably already also seen Breaking Bad.
I don't think
Now,
14, 15, or 16-year-olds should have been watching Breaking Bad.
well, that's to their parents'
Their
discretion.
parents shouldn't let them watch that because it's violent. And I really don't, in my opinion, I don't think that a meth making drug dealer should be in a kid's store. I have no problem walking into, or anyone else selling it. Like, that is a great place to have, like, on the AMC website and their store. I go and look at that stuff all the time. Showtime. I have a Dexter mug that changes color. Any type of, I mean, Comic Con, anything like that to sell it, if you keep it to the side. But I don't know. I see your point definitely, and I appreciate it. I think of Toys R Us as a toy store. I don't buy video games there. I don't buy anything for myself there. I go to Toys R Us to shop for my kids, for birthdays and Christmas, and for my nephews. It is not a store I buy games from. It is not a store I buy for myself from. That's my argument. And yours is valid, and I understand it and I respect it, but
you
shut
can't
up.
just dismiss me like that. That's
Listen,
not how
let me
debate
just
works.
discount your whole thing.
I
That's
hear
just
what
my
you're
opinion.
saying, but you're wrong.
No, that's my side. I'm sure that some grown people go in there and buy stuff for
Listen.
themselves. When's the last time you went
Don't
in there and bought something for yourself?
I don't go in there to buy things for myself.
Okay.
I go in there to buy things for my children. However, every time I'm in there, I walk through their game aisle.
I walk
I
through their
walk
gamer
I
aisle.
walk through that specific part where it has a little action figures because something may just catch my eye. And seeing a Breaking Bad action figure in there really wouldn't catch my eye and be like, oh, I need to buy this. But I wasn't that big of a fan. Maybe somebody is a big fan. And on top, rewind real quick, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The 14 through 18 age group, you said you're not comfortable because it was a violent TV show
It's
and
TV mature, which is 18 and up.
okay. Every game like Call of Duty, which has tons and tons of 8-year-olds, blowing your brains out
Squeakers. They're
is the
called
same
squeakers.
thing. So when you say it's not okay for a 14-year-old to know what pr blue meth is, but it's okay for them to play Call of
I
Duty,
never said it was okay for them to play Call of Duty. My daughter is 8 years old and she is not allowed in the room when I play a violent video game.
when is going to be okay? What is your age? Are you going to wait till she's 18 before she can actually
No, it'll be
play Call of
based on
Duty?
her maturity.
And then on top of that, do you let her? Well, I know you don't yet because she's 8. But when's your age for rated R movies? Because those are also supposed to be not until you're 18.
It's gonna depend on her maturity.
So what if
Honestly,
their maturity is 14? Are you
then
gonna let her
if
buy
her maturity, if her
crystal meth
yes, I'm gonna let her buy.
action
What are you
figures?
doing? Oh, I just dropped her off at the corner to buy some crystal meth.
No, crystal meth action figures.
No,
You're
there's
gonna let
no
her buy
reason for
Walter
that.
White with a nice little baggie in his hand,
You know
wearing
what?
his undies.
I am so hypersensitive to violence now. Like recently in my neighborhood, I got a phone call at 9:30 p.m. on a Sunday, not last week, but the week before that. A student at a private school in my area made a threat to the high school in my school district. And it's actually the high school my daughter would be going to when she's old enough. And we all got this phone call that it was this terrible, inappropriate joke, but he threatened on social media to bring a gun into the school. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, it just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a mom and maybe because I have girls, because I know my sister's so different with my nephews. And I think that if I had boys, I would melt because I just don't know how to deal with boys.
You can
I
borrow
guess
mine if you want to.
I love him. He's so sweet. But I don't know. Maybe that it's just my personal opinion. It's just how I am. I don't let my daughter see certain things, and it will be based on maturity. Maybe she is 14 years old when I do let her see a movie that is, swearing and maybe a little bit on the violent side, but, it's all going to depend on her maturity and what it is. I'm not going to throw sexual situations in her face and things like that, but, that's all about maturity. And I definitely do get your point. I'm just busting your balls a little bit, I guess. And I do go down that same aisle in Toys R Us, but again, it's never been anything that I wanted to buy. I don't
No,
know.
but it's interesting to look down there. Like see like the big daddies.
Absolutely.
And
I
you
love
see,
Big
like,
Daddies. Like
yeah,
I want a
all the
full-size one in
BioShock.
the corner of my room.
Exactly. All the BioShock or the Batman characters from Arkham or whatever. Like it's an interesting aisle to go down, and unless you're specifically going down that aisle, most people just skip by it. I
That's
mean,
true.
so I don't see what the big deal is. I understand
Yeah.
why they do it, but like I at the same point you have 9 and 10-year-olds getting Call of Duty saying how much they fucked my mother
Ah.
and bleep that out, and they don't even know what that means. Like if you're playing through the single player of one of those games, it's all swearing and it's all blood and it's all violence. If you can see that in a video game, it's the same thing as seeing it on Breaking Bad, or same thing as seeing it on Walking Dead, or same thing as seeing it on any TV show where they has blood and guts, because you're getting that same violence, you're getting that same whatever. It's just instead of a gun, you're doing it with an explosive chemical.
I agree. You're right. I still think it shouldn't be
Spoiler.
in a kid's toy store, but I see your opinion, and
If
I
you don't sell it there, where do you sell it? Like I know you said Comic Con, but that doesn't really give them a store
that's
for them to
true.
sell.
I really think something like that would be a good place. Would be on AMC's website. They sell so much crap on there.
But they have no actual storefront. What if I want to go in and I want to see it first?
Then you have a problem if you need to go in and see Walter White with a suitcase and a
We've
bag
talked about
of
this.
heroin.
Anything over $3, I need to actually read every review, see it in my hands, do all my research on it. See, I could actually see from your argument though, I could see it going in like a place like Spencer's,
Yes,
where
thank
like
you.
it's an adult version of things, and if you wanted something like that, but Spencer's doesn't have the real estate in their stores to do it usually. So I just don't know. I don't know who would be able to do that other than Toys R Us, because it's a toy.
I get it.
It's a toy.
I'm with you. I understand.
But you're better.
No, I'm not bitter. I feel like I have my side and there's that side, and I think they're both equally good arguments.
You have your side and then you have the right side. That's fine.
I can't
Face. Face.
punch you in
Oh.
your face. Anyway, speaking of inappropriateness,
Oh.
let's wrap this up.
All right.
Twitch has made some changes.
Oh, good.
So they have a new rule. Sexually explicit acts or content has been banned.
Oh no. How am I going to get all my views now?
That includes nudity, stripping, or performing or discussing sexual acts. Thanks, Obama. I mean, Amazon.
Honestly, though, like, I, the only thing I can see whenever I hear this story, because we've talked about this obviously before we started talking about this, but the only thing I see is that internet meme of the guy going, "Really?" Like, yeah, no kidding. They banned sexual content. It's not a porn store. You're not supposed to
Exactly.
be doing like, come on.
There's
You're
live
supposed
video chats that you can do that.
exactly, and you don't even have to pay that much.
I've never seen, I myself have, I've gone on Twitch a lot and watched people stream. That's how I see if I want a game that I wouldn't necessarily go out and buy. Like, I will go on Twitch and I'll watch. I'll also go on it for just because I have nothing better to do. So I have gone on and I have, you know, picked up and watched other girls playing, and I've never seen inappropriate behavior. I've never seen inappropriate attire. You know what I mean? They all have their hair did and their makeup on, and you know what I
Well,
mean? But I've never seen anyone like naked with a blankie over their bitties. You know what I
I
mean?
I've never seen it with a girl. All the majority of the guys who do play, you're playing in something comfortable. So chances are you're playing in either a pair of gym shorts, some sort of boxers, some sort of sweatpants, whatever, and then either some sort of sleeveless or no shirt at all. And I think that's partially where they're coming from, is saying like, listen, fellas, everybody wear a shirt because let's all be equal
Yeah,
here.
because
The
this
women
isn't
have to,
just
you have to.
on chicks. This isn't like men too. Like they
Yes,
have to be
everyone.
fully dressed. You can't be sit around in your boxers
Exactly,
talking
exactly.
about blowjobs. It's inappropriate.
Right.
Amazon's like, this is a family company, and we're going to exploit you people as much as we can by trying to sell games that you're playing through our store. So,
So we're gonna pimp you out without you wearing an awful clothing that make us look like pimps,
right.
which is fine. And like I said, I get where they're coming from. I get that it's supposed to be quote unquote family friendly. I don't think that I've really like I've only heard about these awful like people who turn it into like a sex chat thing. Like really, who has the time, and B, you can do that elsewhere. There's sites for that if that's what you're into. If that's what revs your engine, go there because in my eyes, it's there for gaming. It's there for streaming. Don't not streaming that. Like it's a different topic.
Behave yourself.
That's right. If you can't keep it in your pants for a couple hours, then you should seek counseling. I'm not salty.
That's all I got.
That's it.
While you've been gone,
It's been a slow week.
I haven't done much.
No, that's cool. It's all right. So let's think about this. Call of Duty comes out a week from today with the Day Zero edition. Are you going to be ordering it for the week for or yeah?
English.
Are you going to order? Are you gonna be pre-ordering it and getting it that Monday then, or are you gonna hold off?
I'll probably hold off and get it Tuesday.
What? Weirdo.
What?
Well, have fun doing that. I'll probably order it. In the interim here, what are we gonna be playing this week?
Well, we're not going to be playing Ghosts.
Truth.
We're probably not going to be playing Black Ops 2.
Truth.
So I'm going to go with Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
That's right.
Yeah. We
All
got
right.
some work to do.
We got some work to do. We gotta make some new friends. So you guys should hit us up.
Oh, yeah. You want our gamer tags?
Mine is DD and then 2, and then 4, and then a 6, and then a 5. I know it's crazy town.
And mine is xxcynnfullxx. That pisses
Includes
Derek off, all those extra letters.
extra letters. We'll put it in the
Description.
description.
We like to play
Uh,
with people, just don't,
Giggity.
yeah, don't be ridiculous.
And then other than that, not a whole lot's going on. So check out our website. I'm sure we'll be having things on there eventually. And check out the Facebook and the Twitter and the like us on YouTube or subscribe on YouTube or comment or tell us how awful or great we are.
I'll
Or
put that picture of Pyramid Head in here too for
Do
everybody
it
to
up.
see.
do it up. And yeah, that should be it.
Yep. I
So
got
until
nothing
next
else.
time.
Bye.
Hey, say bye.